Now to a developing story now. An Atlanta rapper is dead after allegedly trying to run from police Friday night. Variety magazine, citing the medical examiner, identifies the rapper as Young Scooter. The 39-year-old appears to have injured his leg after jumping two fences. And Channel 2's Brian Mims is live in southeast Atlanta. Brian, this all began with the report of gunfire.
That's right, and police were called to this house here on William Nye Drive behind me. They say someone called 911 to report shots fired and a woman being dragged inside the home. Officers showed up, knocked on the door, and two men ran out the back. Atlanta police say when officers knocked on the door, a man opened it and immediately shut it. Two men then ran out of the back of the house, police say, but one man returned. The other man ran away and jumped two fences. Police say he was bleeding heavily. Officers rendered aid on the scene, and an ambulance took him to Grady Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. He's identified as 39-year-old Kenneth Bailey, a rapper who goes by the name Young Scooter. Variety magazine says Bailey was a regular presence in Atlanta hip-hop during its commercial boom in the 2010s. The magazine says Bailey decided to pursue a music career after a drug trafficking charge in 2008. Police say Bailey's injuries were not the result of any gunfire. And again, police say those injuries were to his leg. As for a woman being dragged inside the house, police say they were not able to locate any woman. And police say there was no indication that any gunshots were fired. An autopsy is expected to be conducted today. Live in southeast Atlanta, Brian Mims, Channel 2 Action News.
Brian, thank you very much.
What up, folks? It's Trails. We back. Welcome. And first and foremost, make sure you hit that like and you hit that subscribe. Now, we got some breaking news about the death of the rapper Young Scooter. And according to Young Thug, the autopsy has came back and he was shot. Now, first and foremost, before we start this video, my condolences to the family and to the friends of the victim of this horrendous situation. And it seems like in this situation, there was a fake 911 call that occurred that got police responded to the situation. And we have the whole video of that call here. Now, autopsy came back. Street got shot. Young Thug alleges. Young Scooter got shot after police denies report of shooting in a statement. Now, this is coming out of Soap Central, pop culture article. This comes as a shock to many as Young Thug has expressed discontent over how the report portrays Scooter's death on his social media platforms. In a now viral post on social media, Young Thug wrote, "Autopsy came back, Street got shot." Now, Street is the nickname for Young Scooter, if you do not know, suggesting that Young Scooter could have been fatally shot despite the police officially stating that there was no gunfire during the incident. Now, you can see the tweet here from Young Thug. It's him, it's verified. Autopsy came back, Street got shot. So it seems like maybe there was some lying going on from not only the call, but from the police as well. Now, Young Scooter born Kenneth Edward Bailey was 39. It was his 39th birthday, by the way, when he died on March 28th, 2025. He received a fatal leg injury, they say, according to them, as he allegedly escaped from officers in a subdivision on William Nye Drive in southeastern Atlanta, according to authorities. Police responded to a 911 call that we now know was BS, reporting gunshots and a woman being dragged into a residence, according to reports. When they got to the scene, two men, including Bailey, tried to flee. According to Page, Bailey was seriously injured in the incident as he leaped over fences and eventually died from his wounds at Grady Marcus Trauma Center, but officials have maintained that officers did not discharge their weapons and there were no gunshots in connection with Bailey's death. An autopsy has been performed by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, GBI, to confirm the cause of death. And as you can see, Young Thug is saying the autopsy came back and he was shot. So somebody is lying. Young Thug's statement has led to rampant speculation as it flatly contradicts the official police narrative. Fans and fellow artists are calling for clarity about the circumstances surrounding Bailey's death, particularly given Young Thug's incendiary allegation. Some have noted the long-standing tension between law enforcement and the rap industry, raising questions about whether crucial details are being kept from the public. The hip-hop community is reeling from the incident, accompanied by Young Thug's statements. The public remained divided about Young Scooter's tragic death. Young Scooter was revered in Atlanta's trap music scene, having collaborations with artists such as Future, Gucci Mane, and Young Thug. He first gained attention on the strength of his 2013 mixtape Street Lottery, which included the hit single Columbia, awaiting autopsy results. With the investigation moving forward, all the focus now is on the upcoming autopsy reports, set to shed some light on the emerging tragedy. Was Young Scooter murdered? And what's the big picture news with this? The hip-hop world is waiting for the updates on Young Scooter's passing, hoping for answers and clarity on why a talented rapper is being cut short. And this is the news we'll follow closely. And yes, we will. And like I said, we got the 911 call.
One operator 8715. What is the location of your emergency?
The location is
the cab with the transfer. 1 second, ma'am, for 273 William Nye Drive, Southeast.
273 William Nye.
Yeah.
No, it's 273 William. Oh, you said Nye, NYE, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you to cab. Hello, caller.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
Actually, both. If you could say both. There was literally a shooting. The house, literally the neighbors next door, the house of the address that I just gave you, the 273. There is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. There's like 7 guys that live in this house.
What's your name?
I'm sorry. What is my name?
Okay. Okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. So, I'm just.
And that's where they messed up right there. First and foremost, you're supposed to ask the person's name and all that. And you see how quickly that was just pushed aside right there.
I'm the neighborhood watch, and basically, like I said, these guys have their
neighborhood watch.
They're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They holding guns in the air, and then it's like, I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they was fighting over. If they was fighting over drugs, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs.
So guns, pimping, drugs. She's making sure she hit every aspect of gangbang, degenerate activity, and that's pretty much all she needs, pretty much, because those are the stereotypes that are placed upon us. So that'll do it.
And then they started shooting. She had someone come over there, and they started shooting. But the house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there, and it's disturbing the area.
How many shots were fired?
I would say 3. It was 3 shots.
When did it happen?
It's happening now.
Okay.
So I believe the girl is hurt,
And
and
they're
that's why
coming
I
from
say
273 William Knott Drive?
that's not yes. And the girl is hurt because she was like bleeding profusely, like blood everywhere.
Okay. Do you see or hear
She was,
anything else?
yeah, she's trying to get away, and they're holding her. She's being held hostage, like she's trying to. They brought her. The guy that was fighting her, she ran outside naked, and then he was fighting her outside. And then there was another
Okay.
commotion. She tried to get away. He dragged her back in the house. So now they're at the door, literally fighting. She's trying to get out. And he's refusing to let her out. And it's like 7 guys in the house.
Now she's alleging kidnapping, being forced back into a dwelling that is unfit for her environment. So yeah, we got pimps with guns fighting over drugs and kidnapping their prostitutes all in one swing. You don't hear any commotion, anything in the background. It's total silent. This person who's giving us their only name is they're just they don't have a name so far. They're just, nameless pretty much.
Okay. Give me one moment.
And it's not the responders' fault. I'm not saying any of that. This is a common situation in this type of area. So, but identification should be required when you're giving out this type of information of a serious crime occurring. You know what I mean?
There's also a child in danger as well because she has a baby.
Oh my God! But what about the baby? Now she's brought a baby, child endangerment with guns, drugs, prostitution, kidnapping. Oh my God. So yeah, she's making sure she touch every base of alertedness from the officers when they respond to the scene for something to happen. And sure enough, here we are.
Okay, you said the female is naked?
Yeah, she's naked and she's bleeding profusely from her head.
Okay. Can you give me a description of the male?
The male is like has like a caramel complexion, low
Is
haircut.
he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He's black and he drives. I believe. Well,
What
it
color
looks
shirt
like
and
this is
pants do he have on?
blue, regular blue jeans and like a regular like t-shirt. I'm not sure.
And you see that she was ready to give the identification of the vehicle. Yeah, he got a white Cadillac on 22s.
I didn't really get the. Okay, I'm not sure if it was blue or black.
Okay, dark t-shirt. And what about the female?
She's light skinned and she has black hair. She's probably about 5'3", 130 pounds.
What? Okay. And you said she's naked. Okay. Give me one moment. Let me get EMS on the line.
Okay.
Now she's calling EMS, emergency medical services.
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang up. Your call will be answered in the order received.
Which is robocall, of course. They got busy night, dealing with crime and stuff in that area. So
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not
might
hang
take a
up. Your
New
call
York
will
minute.
be answered in the order received.
Don't be shot needing help, because if you bleeding out,
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang
Hello,
up.
ma'am.
Call
Can
will
you
be
tell me what they're doing right now?
Right now they're still battling. She's trying to get out, and the person is
Okay.
refusing to let her get out.
and remember what she said? She said this person was 5'3", 130 pounds. So she's able to somehow battle to get out enough to be observed trying to get out, but not out enough to escape getting out. And they're just having just so much trouble with keeping her contained. Dispatch isn't thinking about that like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Wait, what's your name again, lady?
You have reached Grady EMS. Do not hang up. Your call will be answered in the order received.
EMS, what's the address of the emergency?
Hey, Grady, it's Atlanta with a transfer. The caller is advising 273 William Nye Drive, Southeast. Let me give you a little bit about what's going on at this location. There's a male at the location that's fighting a female. She is naked. A shooting. Shots were fired. About three shots were fired.
Second. Repeat the address for me.
273 William Nye NYE Drive, Southeast.
Oh, okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Go ahead, call her and let her know what happened.
Hello.
Well, before I get into that, is this a business house or an apartment?
This is a house, and I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her, and it's a child involved. There is like 7 guys in the house, and they all have guns. You guys need to hurry and get here before she doesn't make it.
Ma'am, we already have help organized for her. What's the phone number you're calling from? Exactly what happened?
There's a situation going on in this house. There's 7 guys that live here, and they're basically, I'm not sure if they're running some guns. You guys need to hurry and get here before she doesn't make it.
Ma'am, we already have help organized for her. What's the phone number you're calling from? Exactly what happened?
There's a situation going on.
You hear that? What's the phone number you're calling from? Another attempt to get identification from the person calling in, and that whole part's going to be totally ignored again.
This house, there's 7 guys that live here, and they're basically, I'm not sure if they're running some type of sex traffic. This individual, she's a 5'2", light-skinned female, black hair. She ran outside naked, bleeding from her face. She tried to get away. She was dragged back into the house, and they're holding her hostage, and then there was a baby involved. So this situation is really serious, and he's punching her. If you guys don't get her, she's going to be really hurt.
Atlanta, what's your operator number?
8715.
And you already have PD en route?
PD has been notified and it's being started.
Okay, stand by for
What's
fire.
your operator?
I'm
you
calm
on
8.
You on fire?
Stand by. I'm not sure if the protocol is going to request it.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you with the patient now?
No, I'm a neighborhood watch. I'm just literally a neighborhood watch. I'm not in the house.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, no problem. About how old do you think she is?
She has to be about maybe, she looks a little underage, but I don't want to say that. You know, looks can be deceiving. So she's roughly, I'll say let's just say between 18 and 21. Somewhere between that.
Is she awake?
What do you mean, is she awake? He's beating her bloody.
Conscious?
He's beating her bloody. He's dragged her back in the house.
Is she breathing?
Ma'am, he dragged her back in the house.
Okay, I understand that. I'm going to ask you some more questions. I understand you're not able to see what exactly is going on now, but just answer the questions to the best of your ability.
Okay.
Were any weapons involved?
Everyone in the house has weapons.
Okay.
The 7 guys
It,
that live there, they're roommates or something like that. I don't know if all 7 lives there, but it's typically about the same amount that's there every day.
Which is not a crime to have weapons, by the way. It's not illegal to have a weapon unless you're a criminal who's not able to have a weapon. As far as everyone else, normal people who are not criminals, a weapon is not a crime. Unless you commit a crime using a weapon, then that's a whole different thing. But this is not what's happening here, according to her. He's beating her bloody. She's bleeding profusely.
okay. Is there any serious bleeding?
She's bleeding from her face, like the whole front of her face. She's bleeding profusely, and then there's a
Okay.
child involved.
Okay.
Child endangerment.
Is she responding normally?
Are you serious, ma'am?
Yes, I'm serious. I need to know for the paramedics if she's completely alert.
How can I assess if she is alert if I just told you
So-
they dragged her back in the house?
So like I advised earlier, just answer to the best of your ability.
She was breathing when she was outside trying to get away.
Hello, caller. If you don't know, you can just say unknown. That'll
Okay.
suffice.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Is she having any difficulty breathing?
I don't know.
Thank you for that. Atlanta is not requesting for fire to go out there.
Okay, we do have PD started to this location. 2 officers are en route.
I'm clear on 2 officers en route. Thank you.
All right, Atlanta is disconnecting.
Thanks for watching. And make sure you hit that like and you hit that subscribe. And like I said before, my condolences to the friends and the family of the victim of this tragic ordeal. And that'll be it for this one. And you know what it is. Like always, deuces.